Welcome back, ghouls and gays and gals and theys.
Yes, to Relatable episode 8. It's a lovely Saturday evening. We just got back from a day at the mall and had a lovely encounter with a psychic on our way out, which was intriguing.
She sort of like floated up to us.
She literally did. She appeared out of a mist.
Yeah, she threw a smoke bomb down and it was actually tear gas. So we were, hacking our lungs out and we couldn't see.
We thought it was the cops at first, but then she's like, I could tell you two have a very good energy.
She was like, have you ever had a psychic reading before?
I don't know what it is about all mediums I've ever seen. They all look like they're from fucking Long Island. Like she had the very, very dyed blonde hair. She had like the dark eye makeup.
Fake nails. I mean, she had the psychic had like 2 business cards just ready to go.
Yeah. She did. And we have one of them right here. We found out apparently her name is Pebbles. Like, the rocks on the ground.
Yes.
And her card says, you were invited to a psychic reading. And the logo is just a woman in like a magic crystal ball and like a sliver moon with one of those like Jack Sparrow fucking head wraps on. No, it's just a generic psychic lady.
Oh my God.
Actually, wait, she gave us 2 cards. No, where's mine?
I think that is yours. I don't know where mine went.
God damn it, dude. You know that's bad luck. She's going to fucking show up on your side of the bed tonight and be like, you lost my card, didn't you?
Here's another one for free.
She just disappeared.
You give me a really good energy.
She breaks into my apartment just to give you the other fucking card she knew you were going to forget. So we just picked up some Thai food after we shopped so hard. It was so fucking exhausting.
Women be shopping.
Anyway. So we go and pick up some Thai food, and we just saw Venom 2 last weekend. Don't fucking hate on us. It was kind of a self-aware hate watch on our part. Jillian really, okay, we want to love these movies so much, but they keep making it so hard because we're sitting there in the theater. We're like, this is after we shot our pumpkin carving video, and we got dinner, and it was like a fun little girls' night out during a weekend where we're just working the entire fucking weekend. And we sit down and watch it, and there's just these fucking like moments every 5 minutes or so where we're just holding in laughter where we should not be laughing.
It was so bad.
There's a scene, objectively really awful, not painfully awful, but just hilariously awful.
Well, and by the way, this goes without saying, but spoiler alert, if you have not seen Venom, we will be talking about the whole movie. So
yeah, there's a really great sex scene.
Yeah, it's like full penetration.
Yeah, it's Venom has a lot of limbs and they just go a lot of places. So just fair warning. Let's just pick up where we left off. So at the end of the first Venom movie, you have this post-credit scene that's supposed to be this fucking like nuke drop of a like reveal of fucking Woody Harrelson. Yeah, as
with
Carnage,
fucking carrot top
with
hair.
A carrot top ass wig. Okay.
Fucking permed out.
like a casual clown. So he's this like serial killer, whatever, and becomes the villain of the second movie because he like bites Eddie, who is infected with this parasite.
So that was actually Venom's baby. In the comics, he gives birth. It's not like a baby, but it's like a little like squiggly.
Venom fucking had his legs spread on an operating table.
He's like, push! And then he looked at Eddie. He's like, you did this to me.
He's like holding Eddie's hand and his tears come down his eyes. Eddie has like a fucking 90s era video camera shooting into Venom's fucking vagina.
He's like, I should have had the epidermal.
Why didn't they make this a C-section?
No. So Eddie. So Cletus in the movie bites Eddie's hand or whatever.
The infected blood goes and turns him into. He gets his own parasite called Carnage, and it's like red and whatever.
And scary. Carnage, for whatever reason, knows that he's Venom's baby, like son, and like he's like, Father, I want to kill you.
And so there's all kinds of insane bullshit with Woody Harrelson being this like fucking serial killer straight out of the 90s.
Oh, and they got rid of his curly carrot top hair.
Yeah, but they gave him somehow
out.
Even worse hair. Yeah, they straightened it out and like into fucking like wet.
It's like a
pointed bangs over his forehead.
It's like a reverse mullet where the long part is on his forehead.
Yes, he looks like a cartoon fucking character.
It's really bad.
I think the gist was that we're very disappointed that Venom hasn't been handled appropriately for what it is. It definitely should have been rated R, but that was never going to happen. But there's just so many moments of absurdity in the film. So Eddie he's a journalist and he's trying to figure out where the Cletus's fucking victims' bodies are buried, right? And Venom happens to see this like mention of something on the prison wall, and then all of a sudden he's back in Eddie's apartment and he's like controlling Eddie's hands to like speed draw this fucking map.
Fucking comically bad. They like speed up his little drawings. Like, whoa!
I
what are you doing?
I clutched onto Jillian's fucking arm in the film, and I almost screamed. I had to like stop myself. I was laughing so fucking hard.
Yeah, it was absolutely
but not
bonkers.
Because it was funny, because it was so fucking incredibly awkward. It feels like it came out of 2006, which is not a great look.
There were some like funny pieces of dialogue, like when Eddie and Venom had a little banter, but
that doesn't make up for the lack of plot or character development.
Absolutely
unfortunately,
not. I think the best part of the movie was like the
post-credit scene.
And,
oh my god!
And this was another really good part of the movie, and unfortunately, this was just a one-time experience because of the theater we were in. But when Cletus breaks out of prison and like gets his like fucking drip on, and it like shows him and he's like puffing out his collar. Yeah. This kid in the theater was like, "Shh."
Keeping in mind, this kid was talking the entire fucking movie.
Oh my god, he was so fucking loud.
The only acceptable thing that he ever said was "sheesh" at fucking Cletus's 90s ass suit. Anyway, but okay, so spoilers. The post-credit scene is so fucking insane. In the end of the film, Eddie's on the run, so he's like in Mexico hiding or something at this hotel, and then Venom's about to show him like all the secrets of the universe that he knows, and fucking then. And as soon as this happened, I knew what happened. But the fucking room shakes and there's like a ripple effect and everything in the room is different, like in another universe. And I was immediately fucking screaming because I knew what that meant.
Yeah, we were literally screaming.
We were literally screaming. And we weren't the only ones, okay? So don't judge us. And then then the TV turns on and there's a news report revealing Spider-Man's identity. So fucking now it's confirmed that Venom is in the MCU.
Like, thank fucking God, by the way. He will actually now receive decent writing treatment.
That was the silver lining in the entire film. If you go and see this film, if you sleep through like 90% of this movie and only catch the fucking post-credit scene, I think it's worth it because it's such a fucking surreal experience to watch an entirely different franchise that's so mishandled and it not at all resembles what the MCU is quality-wise somehow transfer over into that world, because like we'd only seen anything regarding the multiverse with the instance in Loki where Sylvie fucks up and then you see everything branching, and then this is the first fucking visual representation we get of the multiverse happening is in the fucking post-credit scene of Venom 2.
Right.
What the actual fuck? We lost our shit.
It was so worth the money for the ticket just for that scene.
I just hope that the MCU like treats them right. And also apparently Venom wants to fuck Spider-Man, which I'm like, whoa, buddy, he's a literal child.
Oh shit. You said you were 22.
Like meets him on a dating app. You know what's so funny is now that we're doing the voice, I realized what his voice actually does sound like, because we were fucking around with the Venom voice earlier, which is maybe why we sound completely hoarse. But we were like, Eddie.
Yeah, we were giving him like
a
demon voice. Yeah, but it's very like, oh shit, oh shit. But that hurts my voice too.
It all hurts my voice. It's like fucking deep throating a fucking pickle. I don't know.
So this is a fun piece of trivia, by the way. Venom is actually based on a real life story / phenomena.
Are you fucking shitting me?
No, I'm serious. There is a parasite that has been known to attach itself to most, if not all, Republicans. and when you see one of them wearing a MAGA hat, that is actually their Venom suit, like on. Yeah. That is like the manifestation of the parasite. And it feeds them racist and homophobic thoughts.
All kinds of xenophobic.
Yeah.
All the phobics.
It's really terrible.
So the Venom hat, the fucking Venom hat, their MAGA hat comes down over their head like the fucking Venom mouth. And
they
they're
get
like,
little Karen bangs.
Eddie, COVID is a hoax, Eddie. Eddie, we're going to book a flight, and we're going to agree to the terms of service, which says we have to wear a mask, and when we get there, we will not wear a mask. We will make a big fuss about it.
They're like, in Venom, whenever Eddie wants Venom to come out, he's like, mask.
yeah.
And so they're like, mask. And then the Venom parasite is like,
Those are bullshit. Masks don't work. I'm not going to wear a chin diaper, Eddie. They're drinking adrenochrome, Eddie. Eddie, there's adrenochrome in the blood, Eddie.
So the next time you see someone go into Karen mode, don't worry, they just have a fucking
yeah,
parasite.
it's actually a parasite. And you know what? That's why I'm surprised that they want to take ivermectin, because it's a dewormer. So maybe they really are trying to get rid of it.
Maybe they're trying to fight it off, but they fucking can't.
They're like, please let me take it. The parasite's like,
No, I'm not done spreading conspiracies on Facebook yet about how the vaccine makes you gay. It's turning the frogs gay, Eddie. There are gay frogs, Eddie. There's chemicals in the water. Oh, shit.
There's gay frogs, Eddie.
There's chemicals in the water, Eddie. Turning the frogs gay.
So I think Alex Jones is like the main parasite, and then everyone just.
yeah, it's all his baby. All the parasites.
You know what?
Babies.
Alex Jones was selling his blood online. I think people bought vials of it.
Oh
He
my
wasn't
God.
actually selling his blood online. But
Yeah,
doesn't that sound like-
allegedly.
that's something he would do.
Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like Belle Delphine sold her gamer bathwater.
No. Oh God.
He's-
Yeah. Alex
Alex
Jones sold his
Sold his
sweaty conspiracy
blood.
conspiracy theory man bathwater, and all of his followers consumed it, and now they're all infected with these fucking parasites. That has to be it, Joe.
Vaccine mandates. What's next? All lives matter, Eddie. Except for these cops at the state capitol.
All lives matter.
Life begins at conception, Eddie. Oh, shit. These libtards.
They're literally, it's the only fucking explanation for especially the Karen pandemic, because that's fucking real.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, it's one of those things too where, like, when you see all that stuff happening, it makes you wonder if it's like, has it always been this bad, or is
there
it
a
just because we're
God?
is it just because we're filming more of it and putting it out publicly?
I think it's both. I think it's the pandemic exacerbated it, and then I think now everyone's equipped with fucking cameras. I think if you went back in the 60s, dude, I saw like a filmed interview from the 60s, and this guy was just like going out in front of a grocery store and interviewing a bunch of white people about how they feel about black people moving into the neighborhood, and they were straight up just like, oh, we don't want the blacks here. Like,
Yeah.
this shit was going on fucking forever.
Also, I have heard the word blacks
Oh my
used to
fucking-
describe black people, and I'm sorry, but if you say that as a white person, you're probably racist.
No, not probably.
The blacks.
The blacks.
Like, it just sounds so
you know,
fucking...
the Asians. The gays. Like, if you say the fucking anything
Yeah.
about an entire group, you're probably prejudiced.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
You know, the lesbians. Like, they're a fucking basketball team. Like,
The lesbians made it to the state championship.
who are you rooting for? My money's on the gays. Oh, mayonnaise. Speaking of fucking toxic people, so I was at my gym today and there was this dad and this other guy who goes to the gym talking about how like there was this guy in downtown LA who was like smashing cars with this pipe. And they were talking about like how they would handle the situation. They're like, oh, if that was my fucking car, I'd fucking murder the guy. This is why California needs to have a concealed carry thing, because if I saw a fucking guy do it, I shoot him in the leg, I shoot him in the fucking chest. I'm like, you're gonna murder a guy for beating up people's cars who are like definitely insured? You're gonna fucking murder a guy over that shit?
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot a fucking guy in the chest in broad daylight and go to prison.
Like a double-barreled shotgun.
You're gonna blow a hole through some poor fucking mentally ill man's chest because he's hitting cars with a pipe, my guy?
We really cleaned up the streets with his blood.
I was just like, I was kind of speechless, and I was like, well, I don't know if I would kill someone, because then you're going to prison.
Well, I know, and that leap of logic is just actually insane. Like, that person needs help.
Over a car where you can easily get the windshield replaced. No, I was just like, how fucking unhinged. And this guy is like having his son take all these self-defense classes. He's like already dictated his entire life. He's like, yeah, he's probably gonna go to college for 2 years and then go to the Marines. And his dad talks for him, like on his behalf, to other people.
Oh my God, that would annoy the fuck out of me.
Which just feels like emotionally abusive and manipulative. And then the way he talked about his wife, he's like, yeah, my wife. I'm like, oh my God.
Wife, pain in my ass.
He's like that fucking guy. If you guys ever watched What We Do in the Shadows, he's like that neighbor.
Yeah.
The wife.
It's sad. It's genuinely sad because this kid grows up in an environment where he's just surrounded by this bullshit, and
he's only allowed to be one kind of person.
Yeah, and he's subjected to all this like insane toxic rhetoric.
Yeah, rhetoric. Yeah.
And then probably won't get to make his own choices, because I imagine if he ever tried to fucking speak for himself, his dad would pull some shit.
Imagine he goes up to his dad and he's like, Dad, I think I want to be a painter. And his dad's like, nah, you can I'll paint the floor with your blood.
After I shoot you in the chest.
You say that to me again, I'll shoot you in the chest. I'll paint the floor with your blood. Speaking of shitty people, I've been watching Squid Game. Jillian's already finished it.
I did, yeah. I finished it in like a couple days.
Yeah. It's not a race, but I keep telling her this, but she's determined.
I speed run.
She ran it at 3 times speed. You're like speed reading the subtitles.
Yeah. I was practicing my reading.
But it's fucking insane. If you guys haven't seen this, which I'm sure probably a lot of you have, apparently it's the most ever streamed show on Netflix ever.
Yeah.
It's so like juicily dark.
Yeah.
And intoxicating.
They're going to make the American adapted version called Hopscotch. And if you fall out of the hopscotch line, you get shot in the head.
It's called Octopus Playtime or something.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds kinky actually. I think there's a word for that, isn't it? Hentai?
I'm down for some tentacle porn.
Tentacle porn.
No, it is such a good show. I mean, it's like disturbing,
There's awful fucking people that I'm awful with their names too. Songwoo, the fucking businessman guy. I just watched episode 7. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Songwoo. All my homies hate Songwoo.
He's fucking awful. I mean, there are awful people through it, but then that's what I love about the show is you have the obvious villain of the fucking the guy with the tattoo on his face, but Songwoo's always been the real fucking villain. Because he's just like a shady snake of a fucking guy.
Yeah, he's a liar. He's a fucking manipulator.
He's not even that attractive.
Yeah. For that, he must die.
No, everyone on the show is good looking. Especially that girl who I can never remember her name.
Especially the old man.
Oh, God, don't even get me started. You were showing me the English dub that someone made up on TikTok, and I was losing my mind. So I didn't even realize there was an English dub. I like watching it with the original Korean actors because they all have they're all just so unique. I just feel like you miss out on their individual voices and stuff and quirks and characteristics and stuff. But no, Jillian was showing me these fake dubs, English dubs on TikTok. I've tried to do that. Like, I was with some friends one time and we're like, let's try to dub over this show. So we just turned the volume down and it was so fucking hard.
There's actually an anime that's really famous for having like a really obscure English dub, because I guess the studio in Japan that made it, like when the American studio that ended up publishing it here, when they bought the rights or something, the original creators were like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck what you do with it.
Oh.
So they just made up the dub.
You're shitting
They
me.
like decided to like do their own shit, and they it's like so fucking obscure. There's like a rabbit that the girl is petting. She's like, I love you, like, you know, Petals or whatever. I don't know. He's like, pet me. And then she's like petting him and he's like, pet me harder. It's like,
What is this?
let me look it up. I'll look at the name.
Wait. Hold. Let me get something straight. So this Japanese company that animated this entire anime
Yeah.
gave it to this English company, and they're like, "Oh, we don't give a fuck. Just
Yeah.
dub whatever you want. Story can be completely different."
And it was completely different. I mean, it's
Why?
like completely nonsensical.
Were they like selling it and they didn't give a fuck what happened to it?
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's actually true. It says the director, Stephen Foster, reworked the show into a pure gag dub by throwing out nearly all of the original script. When the voice actors were called in to record scenes, whoever got there first would set the tone and subject for the scene, which meant the other cast members had to follow in those footsteps. So it was like fucking ad-libbed.
Oh my god. And this was like put out as a legitimate show.
No, and people love it because it's fucking hilarious.
Please tell me what it's called.
Ghost Stories.
Ghost Stories. Okay, I need to go watch this. Speaking
Yeah.
of Ghost Stories, it's almost Halloween.
I'm sorry, just to add this.
What?
So, according to voice actor Greg Aries, they were told to do whatever it took to sell the show. The only condition was that the basic story and names of major characters and ghosts had to remain intact, but everything else was fair game.
His last name is Aries?
It's Ayres.
Well, doesn't that make sense aren't Aries supposed to be hella chaotic?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, super chaotic.
So, speaking of ghost stories, with Halloween rapidly approaching, we have our Wicker Man reactions review, both coming out soon.
And we legally obtained the footage.
We went to Nicolas Cage's house, knocked on his door. He invited us in for cocktails. He makes a really good margarita, actually.
Yeah, the only weird thing is that it kind of looked a little bit like blood, you know? Like maybe something a vampire
It was
would
strawberry
drink.
margarita.
Oh, okay, that's it.
I mean, he also refused to meet us in the daylight, which was kind of strange. And he demanded we call him Dr. Acula. But other than that, it was pretty normal. So Nick himself gave us the physical real. And then we had to transcribe into our computer. So you're welcome. That's why it's taken so long.
Yeah. But you know, we did this with care, and we're really excited to show it to everybody.
We're so excited and we're so sorry because holy shit,
fuck,
it's awful.
You know what? We took that bullet though.
We did.
You're welcome.
It's still lodged in my heart, and I'm not gonna risk taking it out.
We took it right in the chest.
Right in the. He blew. He shot us right in the chest.
He lined us up and he shot us, and it went through one chest and out the other.
2 birds with 1 stone. Nicolas Cage shot us in the chest. He handed us the reel. We turned around and he shot us in the chest.
He's like, by the way, it comes with a price. And we're like,
he's like, I thought you were gonna hit my car with a pipe.
Yeah. It's like, I can give this to you, but it comes at a price. We're like, oh, okay, whatever you want, we'll pay you whatever. He's like, no, I mean your lives. and then he shot us in the chest with the rifle. But we miraculously survived. So that's another reason it's taken so long.
Luckily, we don't have hearts, so it just shot right through nothing.
We needed some time to recover in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. But thank you guys all again for sending the flowers and get well cards.
Prayers. I mean, the thoughts and prayers.
We now both just have an empty circle where our chests used to be. So we are looking for more donations for chest replacement surgery.
Yeah, they didn't patch it up, which is weird. So now there's like a every time it gets windy. But if you blow on it from the right angle, it's like
Okay, maybe we don't want the surgery because that has actually been pretty fun.
Yeah.
But
It's another fold of.
what?
It's another hole to fuck too.
We were counting all the fuck holes yesterday, and what did we come up with? 9?
9.
Because you have your nose holes, your eye holes.
Your ear holes, your mouth hole, your butthole, your urethra, and your vag.
No.
Is that 9?
I don't know. I lost track because I was thinking about someone fucking my nose.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's
10
10
fuck
holes.
Oh my goodness. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So the Wicker Man video is coming out very soon, probably this week, and then we have one other special video surprise. What?
I'm sorry. I was just thinking of those otters sniffing again.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Otters are actually demonic. Y'all don't even want to know.
But they hold hands.
Yeah,
when
but they also fuck dead other otters. So,
well, you know what?
Sorry,
we're not
guys.
we're not all perfect. It's fine.
as Hannah Montana said, nobody's perfect, especially not otters.
That's the extended version of the song.
Nobody's perfect, especially not otters. Considering they fuck corpses.
But they hold hands when they're sleeping together.
But also they fuck each other's corpses. So make your own decision.
Hey, don't kink shame the otters, okay?
I think necro fucking philia is more than a kink, but on that spooky note, we hope you are having a very spooky season so far. Again, we have a few more spooky things coming at you. We might be doing a little spooky let's play. Until then, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Relatable Pod Show. You can email us any questions, comments, or concerns at relatablepodcastshow@gmail.com. Check out our website, relatablepodcastshow.com. And then you can find most of our stuff on our website, like our YouTube channel where we have our pumpkin carving video as Wanda and Loki. So if you guys are looking for more spooky content, go ahead and check that out. And until then, stay the fuck away from otters.
Or, not.
Anyway, stay safe and stay spooky out there. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Stop. Oh.
Beep.